For millennia, the River Liffey was the focal point for the whole community along its banks, whether for work, food, or a place to build fond memories.
It was a great place to grow up in. Well, you had fishing and all, everything with the river. We spent the summer in the river, and then we swam in the river. It was our swimming pool. A lot of families had boats, and you could borrow a boat and go up and down the river any time. Now you go down, there's not one. Now the lads from Chapelizza would come up, and a sort of a war would go on between maybe us and the boat and them, But that was for fun. I read somewhere years ago a poet, "Empty indeed the childhood through which no river runs."
But unfortunately, we, the people of Ireland, have lost touch with our River Liffey.
And when you poll people on what they see and they feel, and the first things that come to mind when they think of the Liffey, they have this vision of dirty water, city centre, sludge, shopping trolleys, waste. They don't see what we have here. They don't see the beauty and the aspect from what we have here, because they've never seen what surrounds them from being on the water, because that's a completely different aspect to driving along a river or cycling along a river or walking along a river.
The Liffey is struggling to survive. Large areas of new buildings have caused new flood patterns, and there's more dangerous pollution.
There's nobody to be held accountable for the management of the river, unfortunately. It's left to people like us to try and clean up. And there's been a significant increase in the amount of trees and debris that's in the river. Because of strong winds taking down trees, we've had a consistent period of drought, and the ground has dried out, root systems have become loose, storms have taken them down. So yeah, we regularly do cleanups, and we cut back trees, shrubs, bushes. Should we be doing it? Probably not. Is it our responsibility? Definitely not. But for our business to coexist with the river, I suppose it's something that we feel is incumbent upon us to do, I suppose.
Managed water sports offer a way to develop new jobs while still keeping the river safe and preserved.
Our business on the tourism side and the activity provision really has grown organically for the last 8, 9, 10 years. We don't have big money to invest in big marketing campaigns or anything like that, but the big assets we have is the river, the valley that surrounds it, and the accessibility from the airport, the M50, the N7, M4, all these motorways, very close proximity to us here. All of this infrastructure already exists. When you join all the dots of all the industrial heritage that's in this area, with Farmley and Chapel Izzard, Lucan, all the surrounding areas, it would create quite an attractive package. Like, we've seen multiple plans over the years of loop cycle systems coming out of the park and restoring like the old the Guinness Bridge here in the Strawberry Beds that could link the north and the south bank through the Phoenix Park. Like, all of these will be great wins for the area and great for tourism. And what we need to do now is just look at how we can bring it all together and tell the story. Like, for us, we really value, and we have an innate understanding of where we are and what we have here. So we can see that this tract of land that runs out of the city, that the river follows, the valley is essentially like the green lungs of the city, and from our point of view, it's one of the most underutilised assets that this part of the counties have. And we have had this year local residents in numerous times, and some of them have lived here all their lives, and we've blown their minds with what they can see from the water's edge to it's a completely different perspective looking up from down, I suppose is the best way to describe it.